Zenscape.
Hey guys, welcome back to Zenscape, where we experience the divine through aqua design. A few months back, we did an Instagram reel here at SILV, one of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia's premier aquascaping stores, according to you guys. We really enjoyed our brief visit the last time, and so today, we are back for a deep dive with the guys behind SILV. Stick around for the inside scoop, so let's dive in. So Jasper, maybe tell us more a bit about yourselves. What do you guys do, and what is SILV about? And who you are.
I'm Jasper. I'm the owner of SILV, and SILV is mainly a retail and setup aquascaping and aquarium design store. So we mainly do Scapes and selling all the aquascaping related equipments. And also livestock and plants. So these are our main business.
Okay. So why the name SILV? Just curious.
Oh, actually the SILV, this one I actually stolen from somewhere.
Okay. Can say it on camera.
This one actually, previously before I start the business, of course I was looking for names. Like what name to use. So I went YouTube to search for how to create a brand name.
Right.
So the example they gave is actually a landscaping company. Which they use SILV also, but it's Sylvanus for it's like a Greek god of nature. So the short form is SILV. They say have to be one syllables and easy to spell and all. I figured why not I just use that one. Then I Google search, there's no similar name. So I figured I just use that one.
Nice. Actually I think it's a very easy to remember name.
Because I figure also everyone is like some form of green aqua or aquarium. So
and it's quite unique in that way. It doesn't have the word aqua in it. Which is good. So like, does it mean before you guys were doing this business, like were you already in aquariums, into this hobby?
Before I start this business, we were all hobbyists. So I started inside my bedroom So we sell plants and
have your own home gallery.
Then we start taking projects, set up projects. So then
just through friends and all that.
At the end, become this business.
Right. So you realized you had a skill. And you want to make it professional. Okay. So how do you decide to make that change? From like hobbies to retailer is quite a big jump, right? How do you decide to make that change?
First of all, I come from a very different industry. And when I was considering this business, of course I asked quite a lot of friends, make sure I was not just based purely on my hobby interests. So I lay out my plan. I asked my friends, asked them to give very honest opinion whether it's just
Mm.
my passion or is it really financially feasible. So at that time, I figure there's a market for this, so I decided to venture into this.
Right. And what year was that when you made the change?
Actually, I started right when COVID first happened.
So 2020 was when you first started?
I paid the rental deposit the same week the government shut down the whole country.
Wow.
I was actually initially was in another location. So since the government shut down MCO we call it MCO here. So shut down the whole country. So we decided to postpone a bit, and we opened around 2021.
So for one whole year, you guys were paying rent?
Few months. Few months. From April, then we postponed. We shift to another location, which is this location, around October.
By then, was the lockdown still
Yeah,
on?
the lockdown, still there's lockdown. So it's very difficult for us to do anything.
Could you tell us about some of the challenges that that affected you all because of the lockdown?
We cannot do most of the constructions because it was very strict, and so it took very long time for us to set up everything. Like for example, electricians probably will take 1 month schedule and so forth. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're finally open fully in 2021?
Yes, 2021. But when we first opened, there's still a lot of things we haven't able to set up. So we slowly set it up over a few months and throughout, I think almost 1 year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you had finally opened, business-wise, how was it? I mean,
of course, when we first open, it was definitely quite challenging. Because we opened during COVID lockdown. So our shops was quite empty, and we couldn't get quite a lot of things. And slowly we slowly built up from there. It was tough at the beginning.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Cool. And so customers only started coming in, more consistently in the later part of the year.
Yeah. For retail customers, they only come in later when everyone is can move around more freely.
Okay. That was when the lockdown lifted, is it?
Yes.
I see. So what is amongst your customers? I mean, you've been open for 2-3 years right now so far.
Yes.
What is one main common thing that you hear from your customers, like that is a misconception, like it's not actually true, but they think it's true?
About what?
About aquascaping or about keeping plants or fishes or anything. What's one common one you hear?
Common one?
Yeah.
Common one, the first thing I can think of is CO2. CO2.
What about it?
Usually people would think CO2 is very complicated, very difficult. I would say for example, if you let the shop to set it up for you, actually if you have a CO2 setup, it's much easier than you start with low
without
tech.
it.
Yeah, because most plants will grow even when your CO2 is not perfectly tuned. Yeah.
At least it will help in some area, like help the plants grow more, and
if the plants grow more, the whole tank is more stable. And it's less algae problem. They'll probably stay in the hobby longer. Most people that stay in the hobby, I would say most people who leave the hobby is because of algae.
Okay.
They all say it's maintenance, but usually it's just algae. They are very fed up of their tank and all. So
it no longer looks very nice.
It no longer look very nice. And it takes a lot of effort to clean. So
Okay. So it's a good piece of advice to everyone. When you start off, try and start with CO2 if you can.
Yes. I always advise my customers to start with CO2. Even though most internet advice will be starting with low tech.
I see. So during that difficult time, like, I guess you could say, did your passion sustain you and keep you going? Because there was a period where the business was poor. Right? So what actually sustained to keep you going?
Actually, I was too busy to set up, so I didn't talk too much of it.
Okay.
When we just started with, we have so many Scapes here and fish tanks and all. So it takes quite a long time to set it all up.
Right.
And so we were really busy.
You didn't think much about it.
We never think much about it.
Right.
Of course, it will become quite stressful at the beginning when you face lockdown and we haven't built our business yet. When initially, not many people know about us, so it was a bit more difficult.
Yeah. It's just kind of like getting caught up in trying to set up and making everything look beautiful. And of course, I can see that you have a lot of beautiful aquascapes here. What would you say is your favorite aquascaping style if you had one?
Favorite aquascaping styles? Favorite aquascaping
if you
style.
have
I don't really have a favorite but probably NA.
nature aquarium style.
Or anything plant focus.
Okay.
Yeah, most of people know us for being very plant focused shop. We sell quite a lot of rare plants. We used to have a very big Dutch tank, but you don't see it now.
Okay. Wow, I see. And how often do you actually change the scapes and all that? Rescape your tanks?
Actually, this part based on our mood.
Okay.
Some scape. One of the scape is like that scape is has been around for ever since we opened.
Since the start.
Okay. I skipped that tank before we even have the other part ready. So that one has been with us for 3 years. Some scapes are quite new, but we refreshed quite a lot of our scapes recently.
Okay. And how do you decide what style you want to change to and all that? Or it's just really by mood?
For what style? Because one of our business is we set up installations. So we want our setup to be high impact, but at the same time easy maintenance. So we try not to have a very high detailing, so-called Indonesian style or diorama style, and we try to have more plants, more stem plants, more colors.
Okay. So you mentioned that you're very plant focused here, definitely.
Yes.
So, what would you say is SILV's most highly requested plant?
Highly requested plants. Highly requested plants is actually those most common plants, like
such as
hair grass, draft hair grass, Monte Carlo. Yeah, all these.
Okay.
All these are the most
easy to keep and versatile. True.
And moss, of course.
Moss.
Since most people will be able to keep moss, whether you are into aquascaping or not.
Yeah, that's true. Even if you're doing terrariums or other crafts, right? Other forms. Yeah. Okay. Then we also heard that other than plants, right? We heard you guys have your own products as well, right? Some of your fertilizers. What are some other products that you have?
So far, we have fertilizer, algaecide, bacteria starter, fish food, and mineral additive.
And all formulated by you guys?
Yes.
Okay. So what made you decide to, create your own these products you mentioned?
When we started our business, I always want to create a line of product that is based on my own vision, like how we want the products to be.
Right.
For example, I think quite a lot of products are very tied to tradition. For example,
like people use a certain brand because it's popular or it's always being mentioned.
Or a certain method that has been around in the hobby for so long, but it's very outdated.
Right. Got it.
So we figure we want to create a line of product that is based on our own
philosophy. Okay. So maybe let's talk about the fertilizer a bit.
Sure.
Because my thought is, throughout the years there have been many fertilizers in the market, right? What is it about yours that maybe you would say is different that makes it different from the rest?
It's based on our own ratio, our own formula, so-called formula, but the main ingredient will be the same, I think, on most different manufacturer. Just the different ratio and different component given. So we try to give everything in that is we can fit inside a bottle in a very easy to use way. So it's not too lean or too rich that so it can fit most of the styles.
Okay.
So we use this on our Dutch tanks or low tech tanks. So the same fertilizer can be used in all the aquascapes.
Wow. So it's a fertilizer that can be used in no matter what demand your tanks has.
Yes.
So
just based on the ratio. So
Okay, that's very interesting. Because usually there are different like some brands have different bottles for different.
We try to take this part, the science part, away from our customers, so that they can focus on just scaping.
Right.
Yeah. I think most people, they actually don't need to know that much on all these details.
Okay.
So even if the fertilizer or their regime is not perfectly tuned to the scape, most scapes can get away with a huge range of formula.
Right. So your philosophy at SILV is more towards simplicity and
Yes. And
basically kind of like don't think too much.
Yes.
I see.
Easy to use. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, understand. Okay, so before we close, what is one pro tip that you can share to other aquascapers who are our audience watching?
Pro tip?
Yeah, about aquascaping in all your years of doing it. What is one tip?
Pro tip? I think the best tip that I can think of right now is you should cycle your tank before you start planting.
Okay.
I think that's the best method for most people. So what we do is we set out our hardscape, our soil, our filter. We run it without lights and plant first. And once we cycle the tank already, then only we start planting. Then it helps a lot on going through the algae phase.
Some people call that the dark start, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, and you usually do that for 2 weeks or?
Yes. Depending on our customers, but usually we will advise as long as possible. 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 1 month. 2 weeks to 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah. But we usually don't do it here because we can't leave the scape dark for too long.
Yeah. Of course. Wow, thank you for that wonderful tip, and thank you for your time. I think that's all we have today.
Thank you
so much, Jasper.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are ever in KL, remember to visit SILV. We'll put the address down in the description below. And if you enjoyed the chat as much as we did, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. It'll really give us a boost so that we can continue creating amazing content just for you guys. Until next time, Scape Zenly.